Back down in the southern provinces, things have dried off enough that farmers can get back in the field. Even though it's a late season, Jorn Bleak has almost finished planting canola.
So 4 years ago, we got this horse maestro. It's 31 row, 15-inch spacing. And we got this planter for seed savings. We save about half the seed, and we also think it helps with the yield potential and the singulation. So it's first of all very gentle to open up the seed row, and it has these wheels for depth control. They're walkers. It is it follows contours very nicely, so the depth is always where you want it to be. With this 76-footer doing 4.5 mile an hour, we do roughly the same acres with that 40-foot planter at about 8 mile an hour. It's very close every time. For canola, the difference is the small little seeds are bouncing across 76 foot of air seeder, and maybe hurting some of the seed compared to with the planter. You don't hurt the seed at all. Biggest thing I love about farming would be the freedom. It's not a 9 to 5. It's sometimes 4 in the morning till midnight, and sometimes it's kind of take it easy. It's always different. Every year is different. The conditions are always different. It evolves all the time. It's a challenge to be able to do that and keep up with things.
So it's June the 3rd, 2022. So where I'm seating here today is in a particular quarter that we've got just on the outskirts of Roblin. One of the few pieces of land that we rent from an uncle of mine. This particular field is where I won the Yield Hero contest with Corteva Seeds in 2019, growing P501, getting a yield of 76 bushels per acre. I'm particularly excited about this field for a couple different reasons. Number one, there has been manure put on this field a couple different times over the last 8 years. The last time would have been in the fall of 2019. So I'm thinking that I'm going to get some boost out of that. In 2019, I also did a hot band or a pre-seed band just to try to build up some of the phos and potash levels in our soil. And so I'm really thinking that now I'm going to start to see a benefit of that. And thirdly, I mean, this is basically a 1 in 3 year rotation that we're dealing with. The prior crop here was oats, and prior before that was corn. So this is the first time in 3 years that this particular piece has gotten canola, and I do think there is going to be increased potential just because of that alone. So yeah, really excited about this one in particular, and we're going to see how hard we can push it and see what kind of yield we can get out of it.
See this little blue seed here? I'm checking for depth. There's another one there. I'm gonna target that 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. Looks good there. Well, depth is huge because too deep is a big issue.
Right.
Or too shallow if you don't have the moisture.
Yeah.
Seed too shallow, you're basically waiting till a rain. It could be in 2 days, it could be in 20 days, and then your crop won't germinate till then.
Boys, film guys are gonna have all Roblin talking with all this traffic today. It's gonna pull up and get filled up here. park it over here. Let's go get it, guys. Yeah, we were dealing with a really wet year this past year. I mean, we had record snowfall in the region, and then I think that we're about, I don't know exactly, but 5.5 to 6 inches of rain here since May the 1st in the region. Last year's drought, at the time, as much of a curse as it was, right, it really did cut back yields. It's really saving us this year. I mean, this could be, again, another record year here. So, and all that said, I mean, dealing with a high amount of risk. Fertilizer costs are over double, in some cases triple. Fuel costs are basically double from what they were. Any kind of parts you buy now have gone up, everything is up, right? So, although we're dealing with, a lot higher commodity price environment, the amount of risks that every farmer out there right across Western Canada is putting out there is more than anybody ever has as well too. So can't summarize it any better than a higher risk, potentially higher reward scenario that we're maybe dealing with at the moment.
High risk, high reward. That's farming in a nutshell. Coming soon.
Behind us we have OmniPower working away in the field.
Living on a farm is just a great way to live.
Try to be as responsible as we can.
The quest for the canola crown.